Oh, they know you. I know you. Hi. How you doing? Come on in. I got the living room cleaned up so y'all can sit up here.
Hi. Oh, very friendly today.
Oh, they're spoiled. They're spoiled.
Oh wow, you kind of rearranged in here a bit.
Oh, I had to. I got real sick the other day, and I got.
Did you?
Yeah, mass. Yeah, close the door because they will go out.
So have you
Slam
heard
it.
from...
Go ahead and bring the.
Oh, the big door.
Yeah. Here, let me do it. Let me do it. You come in and sit down, and let me squeeze by you, and let me
Got
get
it.
it. You got it. Got to slam it. Oh, girl, you get good at it. Come sit down.
Have you heard from Denise?
You can sit here,
Okay.
and room for you there, and scoot that cat off, or bring her with you.
Oh, show up.
Watch out, it's tight, but it's way nicer than in mine.
Oh, hi.
Here we go.
Hi, girl.
Okay, comfy?
Yeah, I'm good. How you doing?
Got really sick. Got so scared by it that I cleaned up in here. I read this crazy study, and I don't think it's really that crazy. The more active sick people are, the longer they live.
Oh, yeah.
The further you walk, the
believe it.
more you go around.
That makes sense.
I believe
actually.
it. Yeah, it makes
No,
a
it was
lot
like
of sense.
it was like a questionnaire thing, and it was only about like 15 questions. But I got that research-oriented mind, so I was like analyzing the questions, and according to that, I had a pretty decent lifespan because I'm taking care of myself, not like vitamins or shit like
Yeah,
that, but
I hear
like.
you, but keeping
So I got
active.
super sick the other day. It was mostly a gut thing. It wasn't like a COVID thing, but it was a little fever, but mostly gut. And I just got in here and well, I was in bed for 2 days, didn't move, and then I just got up on the third day and went, oh, die or clean something up. Louisiana girl,
Right.
You can't take you can take them out the country, but you can't take the country out of the girl.
You
right?
definitely can't.
Gotcha.
So, what's going on with the Deneen and your stuff?
Not a word.
You haven't heard anything. Okay.
She emailed.
Well, she emailed and said she got the paperwork and she was working on it.
I didn't know that. She loves you.
She smelled them other kitty cats.
Yeah, she just.
Cats I heard are. You know why they suck on your earlobe when they're babies? Because they're attracted to earwax.
Oh, I've never had a cat suck on my earlobe.
We used to have one. We used to do it all the time.
That would feel kind of weird, honestly. Might actually feel okay.
No, that would be weird.
It would
be weird if it was a cat.
It was a little baby.
Yeah, it was a cat.
It was a little. My brother used to let him do that to him.
These guys are super like you. Like they're usually not that affectionate, but they really like y'all. Or they're lonely.
You're here. Somebody came over. Okay, so I'll check in with Deneen today.
I'm not even like.
I know.
I haven't heard anything. She wrote the last email I got was whenever the one says bring the paper by Monday last month. Yeah. On Monday I got.
And then we brought the paper by.
And then Tuesday she called me.
Y'all come Friday for the paper real early. Like
we do have a call from Cedric just sent an email. Did you see it?
Oh no.
Okay. Oh, this is just a bolo. Never mind.
Now don't use this kind of words around some people. That'll make them nervous.
Oh, bolo.
You know what that means, right?
Oh, of course. Well, yeah, I do. Be on the lookout.
In our line of work, it's not a. It's like a good thing though.
She said it. She said, "I know. Be on the lookout." You hear?
Yeah. No, what it was, Jump Out Boys was what I didn't know what it was until I come to San Francisco.
Oh, the task force.
And I'm downtown. Greg's always laughing at me and how naive I am. Greg, my husband. And I'm standing on the market one day, and he's overlooking in a window right there by Union Square where the trolleys turn around.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, I mean, bam! And poor dude at the bus stop tried to run, and I was right in the middle of it. Hey! Wow. Oh. It was a frightening amount of energy.
Right.
And Greg laughed. He says, I've been telling you about that. Be on the lookout for a bolo and a Jump Out Boys were the two things I didn't know. He taught me what were, all the dumb stuff.
Right.
Right.
Which it doesn't even make sense. Be on lookout for should be both. right?
They just say be on lookout.
But it's called a bolo.
It's be on lookout.
All right, whatever it is, but be whatever it is, you don't want to be on the receiving end at all. That's all I gotta say. But that's all I gotta say. You don't want to be on the well. You said it's a good thing for you guys.
For us, it's like we have this client with some important mail, and like the person we'll find them to give them their important piece of mail. So we'll like, please, if you see this person, let us know so we can give them their ID or whatever. It's not usually like.
Have y'all heard about the? I'm sure you've heard about the auditor report that come out about the governor's office handing out the money so slow during COVID.
I ain't even been paying attention. Only thing I paid attention to was I'm about to get another stimulus check for $1,100 because I got a kid.
Like she kind of likes her neck getting rubbed.
Yeah, she did. She about to fall over. She about to fall over.
You
need cat food?
No, I'm good. I'm always good. Well, they'd like some different flavors if you got any. They just like dry. But
they like dry.
But they like, I mix up the flavors on them. But like that thing over there now, I got so scared when I run out of cat food. They were ravenous.
No, yeah,
I was calling you for it.
I can get you like a bag every other week from.
Oh no, but you know what I mean. Like I have a 10-pound bag in there now in that flat crate.
Okay, but we have more.
Yeah, but they probably like it because they love their food. I cleaned out their bowls today and they got all excited. Like I dumped out all the old and put in fresh, and they were like, "All right."
All right.
I was like, "Sorry guys, y'all lucky I remember water. If it wasn't right there, I wouldn't know what it was." So it's a lot nicer in here, huh? Double the space.
Yeah, it's cool.
More comfortable.
Listen, it's comfortable in here. Yeah. I definitely feel like it's comfortable to me.
We always enjoy talking. Yeah. Well, that way too. In the day, I work more up here than at night. I haven't been in the room
just go
all
back
night
there to go to
or
sleep.
To take a nap, and it's like
much
more relaxing.
Because you're transferring from one place to another. You don't want to spend all the time in one area.
Because I don't walk a lot. I'm not mobile like I should be. But I do make myself get up and move back and forth. And I'm like, I count the paces. It's 13 paces from here to the back and back. And the difference between living in the car and a tent and this.
At least you have some walking.
No, like I'm really analyzing it, like from the point of view of like psychology, because that's what I studied in college, was psychology. It wasn't law or anything dumb like that.
I don't know why you think it's dumb.
Oh, law is dumb because it's a rigged system, and it's it's very political. That's the only reason I haven't gone back to court, is because I know how political my case is.
Right.
And when Deneen or Miss Jones rather tells me how sensitive my case is, I just have to like.
Oh, how sensitive is it that I've been fucking waiting all this time? Like, goddamn.
Oh, it's that sensitive. No, I get so many political points, just for sitting here and not being scared of these people, because I have such a history with them that God has me here for a reason. I don't quite know what it is, but I tell you all, what I'm mad about is Afghanistan.
Oh,
you heard about that?
I had two boys that changed their life to go to Afghanistan.
Oh,
they're not there right now. I have my two oldest boys.
Oh,
they're both Marines. They're both Marines. Thank you. And they're both Marines. One's still in, working his way up to be an officer. The other one is mental behind how much he saw and having to come home with his best friend's casket. And the service and the amount of pain that's going on over there, to just like let go of that. I personally want to go do something. I don't quite know yet what it is, but
it kind of sucks the way it ended.
Oh, it's not over. It's just beginning. You can count on that. See, nature abhors a vacuum. You can't have a vacuum. And war especially, you can't have a vacuum. Just like here, what's going on with me, same thing. See what I'm saying? Once I can't leave here because it would create a vacuum. I have to have this finished. I have to get services. I can't give up.
Literally, you will. There's no way they can't now. Look, you have every document. It would floor me if they didn't. You know what I mean, Trina? At this point, at this point, you're on Supervisor Mars' radar. You're on every city. If they don't, like, it would floor me.
Okay, so the question is, why not?
Right.
that's the
Why hasn't that happened
question.
yet?
Being a political creature like I am, like why you guys are the frontline workers here, man. I call you soldiers in my head, you know.
Right.
Like if I was to do something, I would hire you away from them in a heartbeat. Like I would like totally give you resources and whatever they're paying you and
Right.
respect to give you your own business cards. Yeah, I was
I
digging.
know, right?
I was
That's
no,
stupid.
no, no, no. I was insulted for you. This is my little thing where you know the one cop that likes me says call anytime, but Trina has to fill hers out. When
And
I
have
first
to
met
fill mine
Trina,
out.
she
Oh,
had
I get.
when I
You
first
still have that?
So
hell
you didn't
yeah.
even
Oh
have
No,
my
a.
no, these
God.
are
You
my
didn't even have
no.
a
This
card.
when someone
You gave
comes,
her a
when someone comes,
paper.
these are very precious to homeless people. This is how you keep
Oh
these
yeah.
guys the fuck off. Okay,
Right.
excuse my French. The nurse has one. Now here is poor pitiful Matt. Okay, no here you no you didn't even have your own piece of paper. I had to give you my real ID replication, and she was going to Louisiana, remember? And I was so freaked out because the things were starting, and I said give me something, and I made you make sure it said SF Hot on it.
Right.
So you can laugh, but this
I
right
hear you.
here,
know.
It
is
does
It's not
this
laughing in
it
a
looks
bad way.
pitiful.
no, it
looks
is pitiful. So if I were to hire you away, the first thing I do is give you get to design your own business cards. Put any damn thing you want on that sucker. You know, because that's a respect thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to make you mad at your job or nothing, but.
I wish the higher ups were more like us at the bottom, because then I think things would get done a lot.
So what's the
faster.
average time frame from getting someone housed? Just out of simple curiosity. I know
If
Missy did herself in 5 days on my advice,
they
but
are housing referral status and they have all their documents in, it should not take that long. And if there's something available, they can kind of move in quickly. But if there's
weeks,
Let's
1
see.
week, 2
I'll
weeks,
say about
Let's do
2
the example.
weeks.
I won't say the name, but that guy that I helped move from Safe Sleep to the hotel.
Okay, so that took a
That
little
guy,
long.
but no, I was all getting his documents.
Oh
Once he
yeah,
had his
so
documents in,
what are
about a week or
documents?
two.
What are documents?
it was only
What do
like
you-
Proof of
ID?
income, ID, social security card.
less than a month when you have
Oh.
everything ready. But people
Less than a month,
struggle
yeah.
to get all that, like ID, social security card,
Proof of income.
proof of
Yeah. So
income.
what? 50% of the people, 80% of them have a hard time.
Nearly everyone doesn't
everyone
have a
doesn't
social
have all
security
documents.
So
card.
that's like a class issue. Like there's a identification class.
Like
issue.
everybody that
I
like,
wouldn't say it's a
Or they're
clash.
just
It's
nutty
just
and they can't keep up with it.
well, no, it's just the point of people being diligent and getting their things in a timely manner, without us having to keep. You know, some people need you to hold their hand and take them down there, but some people are self-sufficient. They'll just go get it. So it just really depends on the time frame of you getting your. We'll tell you what you need to do, but you have to do the footwork because we're not case managers. We're just outreach workers.
it is
Yeah.
weird though how many homeless people don't have a social security
Yeah, that's
card.
what I was wondering.
It's like
Yeah,
90% probably have lost their
you know,
card.
a lot of people.
They
but
had one,
listen. But here's
they
the thing:
don't
you got to put
anymore.
into play. When people are sleeping outside and sleeping in shelters, people steal their shit, they backpacks.
Yeah, totally.
Shoot, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people's shit gets
And
stolen.
if you're
And
on
then
all
if you're
these
out on the
drugs,
streets or when you're
you
on
can't
drugs,
remember.
you're losing shit. You don't sometimes you don't remember where you tuck shit or put it or whatever at that moment, but you lose things kind of frequently because you're on the
huge.
move.
So to fix that, what you would do, I think, if I were to be in charge, something like a Greyhound station lockers, like just everywhere. Not even. But then people would lose their keys, or maybe their. No, wait. But you could still have like numbers. Like you could have, instead of giving them a key, they could have like a high school. You know.
Oh, like
You see what
combination lock.
not and just like already built in or something, or even a scan. You know, as high tech as things are, where people could but not in an embarrassing way. Like you go to a homeless shelter and you got to drop your shit off. I mean, like
They
just
could
everywhere.
start
City
doing
lockers.
that at like post office, like rent out some lockers and something.
Yeah, just where people
For
were
homeless
like,
people to put their important documents so they don't get
So
stolen.
they won't get lost and stolen somewhere we can keep.
I'm always trying to think like, what is it that keep? I'll tell you, number one, I always say it's the RV life. You just got to have people got to have somewhere to go be. They don't. If you went out there and counted 0.011%, Kamal, for example, would want to stay outdoors.
Oh.
Some people are going to want to be outdoors, but if you gave everybody a chance, like you could sort them. And I'm studying how this money is being transferred, and like I'm really studying the money end of it.
Right.
Like I spent a lot of time, and not just San Francisco. San Francisco is just a. Somebody asked me the other day, why'd you come here to do this? Well, I spent 17 years living here, and I know people, and I know it here, and we lived here. We love our life was here,
Right.
so that's why I came back. But all the homeless people are like, why didn't you go to San Jose? Why don't you just go to San Jose? You know, like why don't you go to Santa Rosa? Well, you know, they're successfully doing an RV program up there. And I tell everybody, if I can push it through here, it will change it everywhere. Because San Francisco's like that. It's super innovative. It's just off the deep end innovative, right?
Right.
But it comes back to hatred of gypsies. We can't legalize the RVs for people in camps. It'd be so much easier for everybody. Like, it would be easier for everybody. But what happens if you do? People like me are going to be given permission to live this way. See, I've been living this way since 1994. 1994.
Before I was born.
Yeah, so a long time.
That's the year you was
But I
born?
grew up.
No,
Before you was
before
born.
I was born.
But I grew up, my dad's in the oil business, so I always traveled. I constantly traveled. So I've never, I raced boats
You've done
in
it
Mexico.
for more than 10 years. That's your lifestyle at that point.
And there's no, and hey, never mind the audit on California. You know what happened in Washington State Supreme Court? Drum roll. State Supreme Court called man's truck with a cab over. Didn't have even the one that you walk into, just a thing, you know, just a shell, right? The Supreme Court of Washington State called it, which is 9th District, remember, his homestead. Then when they took it for being sitting too long for 72 hours, how come I lost my bus, my beautiful school bus, was sitting too long. It wasn't there too long, I proved that, but it didn't matter. So the California, I mean, that's going to make a difference. That one ruling is something I can take into court and go, all right, Washington State's doing it. Listen to me. Because you got to listen to me. See, that's just like, that just happened like 9 days ago. No, not even that long. 5 days ago. Yeah, so it's a game changer. I've been waiting for something to fucking crack open, put a little oxygen. Because when you go to court, they just look at you like, nah, you're a bum, a gypsy, get the fuck out of here.
So
you know, but it's going to make a difference. It's going to make a difference, I think. I think the combination. I think the combination of what Gavin Newsom's office. I try not to say Gavin Newsom, the governor's office, with like they just didn't spend the money. You guys have been out here with like what y'all are telling me is true. You've had no resources, and the deadlines are up on, and they're taking the money back, or they're shuffling it off into some other department or something.
Right.
Like what y'all have been saying all along is that you're just out here. There's nothing here. Have some water. Yeah, exactly. Just, you know, and that's great and everything, but that must be.
But they need more than that.
Well,
I'm just saying.
You guys must have PTSD at some point. At some point, you got to ask yourself, what are you doing this for every day? I mean, it's like if you were in animal control, switching it up. If you were in animal control, you know, like you were a tag-along apprentice or some shit, and you were doing to the pups and cats and bunnies and ferrets, whatever else fucking thing you run into, right? And you were doing that to those animals, what you're doing to human beings over here. Now, remembering, I'm a revolutionary. I talk shit. And I got a communist daughter, so, you know. I used to be a Republican, though. I used to be a Republican until Trump come along. So I'm a conservative at heart.
Me too.
Okay, but I got some real.
I'm the same way.
Okay, but I'm an orphan. I'm a political orphan right now, is the way I look at it. But I'm a thinking woman, you know. But if you treated animals like that, they would put you in jail. Well, no, they wouldn't put you in jail because you'd be doing.
They'll put your ass somewhere.
No, you would quit your job and go complain to somebody. You would say, we're going up and looking at these little animals and saying, okay, petting them on the head and run off and be feral. That's what you're doing. Right. I'm not complaining to you guys. I'm like,
that's okay.
I'm justifying to you, you know. I saw what was going on, went to court with it, and then I saw it, and then it happened again to me. They come sweep us again. Yeah, I don't think y'all even knew about that sweep, but that second sweep, by then I'd educated everybody about who owned what part of the property, and it was so cute. I filmed it all. I got a cute little video of it. And the department park people, there they are, we're trying to tell Mitzi and Randy and C and a couple other guys out there no, this belongs to the park. And I'm there going, no, it doesn't. It belongs to the city, and you can't run us off. But nonetheless, I got my tent took down and so forth.
Oh,
So I decided that was when I decided to save my life
right.
and bring my RV here. Hey, AAA, come do this. And I've been on ever since, as they say back home, like a chicken bone.
Right.
I still remember when you laughed at me the first time you did. When I first told you what I was going to do, I needed no, what I was going to do. I didn't tell nobody what I was doing. I don't think I even told myself what I was doing. But the first time I told you what I had to have, which was help getting my tags, didn't have a single ticket on it at that point. Now it's got about
Right.
$8,000 worth of tickets.
Oh wow, $8,000.
That was when I looked. That was back in May. I think she's got a lot more since. Well, not a lot more, but I get the 2 street cleaning, and every so often I come by and they'll give me
My
some.
car is probably not even worth that. My car's like only worth $3,000. If
I
I had
know,
to
no,
make tickets to you,
I
I'd
have-
have more tickets than the value of the
If I
car.
could clear the tickets, I'd be somewhere. But that's why I have to keep fighting this because I got no way to clear those tickets. I have to be helped, or I'll die. Like I've got no, like it's either that or that. The tumor is twice the size as that it was. Like when I went, I can literally feel it's bigger.
Where's it at?
It's right here.
On your arm?
No, right
Oh,
here.
sorry.
Right there. No, it's right on the breast, right here.
Oh.
So, and it's they want to do a whole mastectomy, right? But so it's doubled. So, time is ticking for me while they're playing this game.
It doubled?
Ooh. They're playing with my life. Now, how you think I'm gonna take that?
Yeah, they gonna. Yeah.
I'm gonna find a lawyer who's gonna take my case and keep going after I die. That's how I'm gonna take it.
All right.
Yeah, that's how I'm already working on that. That's why I got everything so organized. I gotta get my shit out. That's why I talk to you the way I do, because I want to do something.
But you might make it through.
I know, fucking, I want to go home.
I know.
You might
I want to
not
go home to my
necessarily
husband.
die.
I want to go home. I'm not worried about. I don't care about that. I want to go home to my husband. I'm not worried about the life or death part of it. I'm talking about the cruelty of the city. I don't want you going off and telling Deneen nothing. I don't need you doing that.
I don't tell her nothing.
Don't just leave her alone. Let her. You don't have to call her. Nothing. Just tell them you came by or whatever. Whatever you got to do
sent
for
her
your
email
job.
already and asked her what was going on with the status of your case. Cause shit, like.
No, just fine. Just leave it at that.
Yeah, I'm just leave it at that.
You know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm doing. And I hope to have an organization, because I talk about this. It's called the Kindness Farms, and it's a place where people can either go die, like my husband, or when they've been widowed, and they need a minute to get their shit together.
Yeah. That's cool.
And just a farm, a kindness farm, and I've got it in line. And people
go
who
out and like do some farming and relax and not
just be out in
not
nature
worry.
and know that you don't have no time frame. You don't have this, and it could be sponsored by the government. It can be, and I hope I have enough juice in me to do one. That's all I'm trying for. And I'm gonna base them on RV parks. Just snatch up an RV, whatever I get in my award in the slumlord in the next few months. I'm gonna turn all that into. Well, I've been working that case for 3 damn years. I just had I'd made a major mistake, and the judge is gonna let me fix it. So I'm happy about that. And then it'll be another 5 months. Then I'll have a trial, and then it'll be. But see, once I pass, I know now how to get it in gear for, and it'll just keep going. Like your case doesn't die just because you die. It becomes in the estate of. So that's why I'm working on it,
Exactly.
So what I'm trying to show here is, like, if they're doing this to me, this long.
They did this to hella people everywhere.
That's what I want to hear. I want to know it's not just me. I want to not feel like I'm special. Please. I know how political I am. I want to know how. That's why I ask you, how long does it take to get someone in? 2 or 3 weeks, a month, 2 months. This is a little crazy, but maybe it's the RV park, maybe it's the. I had the thought today that if you were just to look at it like practicality, Deneen's issues, don't you dare tell her this. Okay, just hire a messenger and shoot that fucker up there. It's only 3 hours. Get the son. Hey, give him a check.
I mean, I need her.
You'd have it done in a day, right?
I need her to do her job and get on the people who she's
now, how
directing.
many people does she do? I mean, how many cases? I don't even.
I don't know.
Who knows?
But I know she is definitely the point person for your case, and she has people working up under her, so she needs to get it together.
What I'm scared of is that once it goes down, what I'm scared of, like really worried about is the amount of energy I don't have anymore. Like back in June, when I first started trying to get, like I had it together June 1st. I had the mechanics estimates, the place to move
Of course you did.
Yeah, June 1st. So that's my step off point. Back then I had a decent amount of energy, but now, like all the moving pieces, I think I'm gonna have to fight tooth and nail for them, and I just don't have that kind of energy. Like I'm worried.
Lester.
I'm worried about all the.
Hey, Lester. I'm good. No, we haven't had anyone say that to us. Everybody has been pretty good with us. Yeah, no. Okay, you're welcome. Bye bye. He wanted to know, have we been having any clients that are refusing the navigation center with 5 keys?
Oh,
Staff.
no.
That's what I told him. No, we don't have that.
Not that problem.
I'm getting sleepy.
I noticed that. I'm like, Jesus,
Oh,
she falling asleep.
I'm just
Yeah,
nodding.
I like your stories. They keep me up.
I'm just tired.
Yeah, I know what you're used to with the homeless, right?
But I'm just meant, just tired.
Girl, that's
I've been
stressful.
trying to work out.
That's stressful, the job
all
you
kind
got.
of stuff, but yeah.
Anytime you do this kind of work, frontline shit, man, that's stressful. There's no doubt.
Yeah. I think when I eat that salad with all those greens, I'm gonna get extra salad. That's gonna wake me up.
Oh, well.
See, I find when I get really tired, 20-minute lay down helps more than anything.
Oh yeah.
Else. If you can,
that's always.
And then not to go to sleep, but just to
relax. I know what
read
you mean.
a book or something. Like I sat and read a book for 2.5 hours yesterday. It was a really stupid book too.
Oh yeah.
I was kind of irritated. I was kind of irritated how I was too lazy to get up here and walk and get something decent.
Right.
I just couldn't get from there to there to get it. And then finally, it was about Egypt and the Pharaoh. And when he finally used the words "last rites," like in the Catholic Church, I had to close it up. I had to. Oh, look, it's my doctor calling.
Oh, that's important.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I can't take them. They make me cry. They're so upset with me. They're so uptight with me and not getting the work.
They just want you to do what's best for you.
Well, I can't leave the RV, especially parked over here where I'm at.
Here's
I barely go to this spot right here is so.
They know that your RV moves, so they can't tow it non-operable.
No, they can tow it for it being just anything they want to tow it for, because it has no tags. It has $8,000 in tickets. The tickets alone. And I will not have a good response. If I lose this RV, it'll be so bad for the department.
Well, I didn't.
So it's better for everyone.
So
no, it's better for everybody. I just sit here and wait patiently.
I'm just hoping I hear from her today. Just so
I
we
lived
can get
in
the ball
Mexico
rolling.
7 years. Okay, that's where all my criminal history comes from. And I have more patience, and it would freak you out how much. Mitzi's upset. Every time she said, "Why didn't you go back to court and get that?" I'm like, "Why would I do that? Why would I go back to court and risk the judge going, nah, next?" That's why court is, it's what it is. But this right here, I'll just patiently wait. There's a reason this is taking this long. I don't care what the reason is. Well, hopefully she
get back to me today. Let me know what's going on. I just need to know the status of what it is, because when she texted me, I asked, "Did you need anything else?" and she said no. Again.
Now that's what freaks me out right there. You are acknowledged again, like because it makes me feel like I'm not being gaslighted. Like like is this really happening?
Happening. But that's why I asked her, and then they came with that intent to rent or whatever, and then okay, that's fine. Now you got that. Now there should be a matter of time. It shouldn't be anything else. That's all,
Well,
but
it's a Leviathan machine. It's huge. Monster is what Miss Jones called it. A monster. ECS is a monster.
I'm glad I got up out of here.
Yeah, and I just think that if this can happen to me like this, poor little guy, he ain't got a chance.
Oh my God, I know.
You guys aren't, and y'all are watching it. Like, I don't know how y'all aren't just like PTSD'd up completely. Like but look, here's the deal. Supreme Court just ruled yesterday, evictions, moratoriums are not valid. So it's out. people are about to really start hitting the streets. And we can be scared by that.
They were like it was
Or we can look at it
thousands
like
of people
change. Time for
up for
change.
eviction.
Oh yeah,
Because
this is going to make the Great Depression and Hoovervilles look tame. So you guys, what y'all are learning and stuff is, y'all should be testifying in front of Congress if I had anything to do with it.
Right.
And I'm going to try.
I mean, it's just ridiculous.
That's why you like talking to me, because you can see I'm going to try.
Oh.
I like that. It's spirit.
Well,
That's how you get anything done.
It's American.
That's how you get anything done is you got to believe.
We got a call from Cedric.
It's America.
He said, are we able to take a call? Yes. Let's see what he's talking about. I know it's probably over here somewhere. But we could take that call from Cedric and then we can go on our lunch.
Oh, okay.
I mean, not like. I'm just saying.
Look, I was busy. I was busy when
you was doing. Oh, you
I
was doing
rolling
your thing. We just wanted to come check on you.
Is that a thing? Rolling and sewing. I like it.
What?
Rolling and sewing. You do it at the same time.
No.
Oh, and Nick said we can go pick up those new logs.
You know it. Oh, I can't wait to get in here and tear this down. That's what I'm really intimidated by. It's all the work I got to do. And even once they push the button and finally pay the mechanic and get on with it, the amount of work to do street side is just I don't even see how I'm gonna pull this off. Money is just one element of it.
Right.
Like the physical doing of it, and I've got limited range now. Like I said back in June, I'd have had a good shot at it. So I don't know. So I'm what I want to do. C, right? Okay, what you think about C? Pretty cool dude. Huh?
Yeah, he was always pretty nice to us. Never had any issues out of him. Pretty laid back, chill. Oh, never wanted to go inside until he had that.
Yeah, the lung thing.
Yeah, and then
scary.
he's.
Because I'm gonna ask for you to get a character reference to him because he's agreed to be basically my contractor. Okay.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna try to come up with a couple $100 for him. He says he'll do it for free, but nobody should seal my roof for free. Because I had that big firework thing go on the night. Remember when I told you I moved over here and it got real scary? Well, Mincy climbed up there and it's all full of firework embers and little tiny bitty holes.
Yeah.
So when we drive, that's one of the reasons we already, part of the deal with the mechanic is take out the AC because we're scared it's just going to fly off. We want it off, gone, secured, just put a little skylight over it, no biggie. But the roof itself could just start flipping off as we're driving up there. So we're going to seal it, and I have to approach Miss Jones to pay.
Just drive really slow. 50 miles
it's not
an hour.
even that. Yeah, well, no, of course we'd be mellow, but it's not even that. But sealing it is like for the rain too. You can see where all the rain.
Oh.
All winter.
And if you're going
rains,
up there,
it's gonna be snow. It's gonna. Yeah. I got to deal with it.
Yeah.
So anyway, C is willing to do that. He can do it for a couple $100. I offered him a couple $100. He didn't ask for any money.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna approach because he's in one of the hotels. I don't see why the city couldn't pay him to do that and work with me. I'm gonna talk to her about it. It's not,
see?
I'm not gonna.
I don't really know their specific
I'm just wanting,
about that.
No, exactly. It's a new thing.
Right? I mean, you know how they always implicate things after the fact that they say they can help you. Then they start implicating all these rules and stoplights and stop signs and cones and bumps and fucking sand pits and shit. You know what I mean? They start bringing out all the fucking tricks, bells and whistles and shit. So
golf. You just compared it to golf. What a perfect metaphor. I mean, I was right there with you, girl. All right, yeah. So we both know what we're talking about.
Okay, so here's the request.
But there's no way I can do the moving and working in here, so he's gonna help me take stuff out.
He needs a housing assessment.
Good.
He's gonna come in and
someone to help you. You can't do it yourself.
Oh, I
can't. Especially if you got cancer.
Well, yeah, it's kind of like that. I'm getting weaker, but it's more the mental thing too of So, all right, here's the deal. Mincy and Randy only help so much, but they know people that can help me come get this mattress and get it out of here. And then when C comes, so we're trying to put together a barn raising basically. So when we got the mechanic here, he's a trip. This guy, he's willing to do it. He's one of the only guys who called me back. Nobody wants to work on RVs on the street. Nobody.
Don't they have an RV shop in Daly City?
don't even think about trying to get an old thing in there. They don't even want to deal with it
Oh, really?
oh, it's
Oh,
all
you
about
already.
new stuff. Oh,
Oh, it's all
girl,
about.
girl, there
Oh.
are so many old beat up RVs like this. Nobody wants shit to
They
do
don't
with it.
want to do it. Not
Yeah,
to saying that they can't. They just don't want to.
because they know, and when they're being paid by the city, that's it. Like that, I offered that to a bunch of people on Craigslist, mechanics who go, mobile mechanics have
Yeah, yeah,
shops,
yeah.
RV repair all over the East Bay, everywhere. Absolutely. But there's nobody wants to touch it. So this guy here is special to me. And I thought I'd lost him, but he just lost his phone. So when I reached out to him through the mobile mechanic, he immediately answered. And he was like, "Oh, I lost my phone." I was like, "Oh, thank you for being
What are you
alive.
doing? Right.
You didn't get COVID."
Yeah.
Thank you. So, but I want him to have help, right? Like I don't want him to come out here and have to, because basically we're going to rip off everything over there. Like all of this is going to be empty, and he's gonna put some wood piece down from Home Depot and get rid of all those heavy appliances. Basically, we got to
Okay.
take the
You just
hazard,
basically just.
getting rid of the hazard, not
Yeah,
trying to
yeah, yeah.
renovate it in any way,
But
shape, or form.
just making it
That
habitable.
no, not even
Fixing
habitable.
that.
Like that thing back there, if we drive, it'll fall through as we drive.
Oh yeah, no.
The same thing with the roof. Pieces of it could flip off as we're going down the
Oh
road.
no, no, no,
So
no.
those are and C knows all about. That's why I was asking you for a character reference for him if it comes down to it from Miss Jones, because he's in one of the hotels. He's stable. He's got no criminal record. I've checked, and he's serious, and he's into doing it for it. Because
Okay.
he's he's just that kind of person. And then we got someone else that can haul things away and so forth. And so I'm trying to. We don't know yet when it's going to happen. I'm stressing.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
yeah. No
stressing.
problem.
I hope it's before I die. I
Yeah.
really do.
Mm.
But I feel grateful to be here fighting this fight.
Yeah.
And I intend to make it mean something. I intend to turn it into a program of, like, everybody wants to go to court and sue and all this stuff, but I've learned the
You just.
threat of going to court and the threat of making people be justifiable for what they do makes
Mhm.
things happen quicker than
Right.
if you go the long. And I'm doing the long distance over in Martinez with my slumlord, and that
Mhm.
hasn't. That dude is still in business, raking in bucks every month.
Right.
So it doesn't necessarily work all the time, but like court has to be dealt with in some ways. But I think what's going on here in San Francisco, if we could change how RVs are treated,
Of course. Yeah, I get it.
and I mean, I'm gonna count on you guys when it comes down to really talking. Like what y'all see, not to try to put your jobs in danger, not in any
No,
way
I
like
hear
that,
you. I know what you mean.
but like what you see and what like
Yeah, I know.
my husband died because they took us out of this RV. If they'd have just put a $800 fuel pump into it, we could have gone back to Louisiana to his mama's house for the whole COVID, and he could have got a transplant out of New Orleans, liver transplant.
Mm.
And instead, they put us in they spent $8,000 on a motel, and they tried to force us into Room Key, Project Room Key. Wouldn't go for that because in Sacramento they were only letting people out for half an hour every day, and like I mean, yeah, it was wild. Like, yeah, it
Oh,
was crazy.
yeah.
Like,
Should they say you supposed to let your kids outside at least an hour a day?
no, but it was crazy, and like the ones inside Sacramento's hard key. They're hardcore. I mean, they really got some attitude about the homeless over there, but they put us in the FEMA camp at the end, and I'll never get over him having to die behind a
Oh
chain link
no.
fence. And that's why this fight for this RV, and if they take it, it's going to turn into something in front of City Hall. Nobody wants to go down to watching. Because
Right.
it'll only take me 9 days to dehydrate to death. Sick as I am, it
Mm.
won't take that long even. And I
Oh
will do it.
Lord.
I will do it. And I don't want you talking to Miss Deneen about Miss Jones about it. And I'm not trying to
I'm
make no
not gonna say
threats.
anything to her.
I don't
Whatever
want
our
you to. I'm not
conversations
trying to
are,
make. No, I'm not trying to make no pressure on you. You give me
I
a
hear
chance.
you.
Talking to you, you got that southern accent. It helps. I don't want
Yeah,
to.
it's no
We get
problem.
along.
I will never tell her anything that you say.
No, I've written this. No. I've
I
written
just
this in an
want you.
email to all the supervisors. You want to know
Yeah,
why
yeah,
Mara's
yeah.
talking about me and the mayor. And I told him, I said, you just go ahead. You let this RV be taken, and I'll just finish it there because I can't live without the comfort I have of his ashes in here, and our photos and our memories and my work.
It's all your.
Yeah,
Yeah, of course.
yeah. It took me forever to figure out why I never cleaned his, because this is where he sat all the time, watched TV and read.
But that means that just
This
gave
is
you.
right him reading the last paper I wrote before they took us out the RV. He's reading and signing the
Right.
last paper for the slumlord. Like he read all my
Well,
work.
that is just
Can't take that away
giving
from me.
giving you more strength. He's probably giving you the strength
Oh, yeah.
to be able to do it if you weren't able to do it before, and now you're able to do it. And now you're able
Oh,
to sit here.
he's laughing
Yeah.
at me. He's laughing. He goes, I know you would. If you got one place you do it, it'd be San Francisco. One place.
But
I had a judge ask me one time when I had a case here when they took our school bus, and when you go in a civil case, they make you go talk to judges as you go on to trial to make sure you understand. You're getting deeper and deeper into the dungeon of law.
Right.
And so about the third, maybe the second or third, when he goes, why are you like this? Said the judge. He said that to me. He said, why are you like this? And I had to bite my tongue to keep from saying, because I've been fucked over by every agency in San Francisco.
Right.
And I
If you
fought
really
back.
want to know.
Yeah, but I did. I was so good.
Right.
And Greg said when we left, he goes, I could really tell you were trying so. And he goes, I'm a writer, Your Honor. That was all I told him. I'm a writer.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, we gotta go. We do have a call.
You go, girl. I
But
appreciate y'all's visits.
I sent
always.
that email for Janine just to see. I'm gonna wait to see if she gets back at me, and I'll call you before the end of the day.
Yeah,
and
just
let you know.
text me. Just you
Yeah,
know
I'll
how
text
I
you.
am. Yeah, don't.
Come on, man.
I don't want to be
Okay.
high on your stress list.
No, you good.
Yeah, I like it when y'all come by. And
Yeah,
people
we
feel
just had to stop
comfortable.
by because Matt was really concerned because we hadn't heard from you.
Well, you know I ain't reaching out. I got sick as heck and just cleaned instead of push it. Shove it, sucker. Shove it.
Oh,
There you
yeah.
go. It's old time farm shit. Like, yeah. I found me a whole box of those. I'm gonna do my step on those. Pretty. They're wood too.
Yeah.
They're real oak. That whole step is gonna be the last thing I do when I finish.
Okay, well, you take care. We'll see you later.
Thanks for this
Okay.
email.
No problem. Yeah, no problem. Anytime, you know. Okay.
Keep your spirits up.
Yeah, you too.
I'm trying.
Yes. Okay. Thank you for your visit.